it was highlighted to me that a lot of people will talk about the transaction fee, and that has a potentially, I wouldn't say disproportionate, but a high level of emphasis in maybe tenders that will come out and as you go into your own mini comps. And I just wanted to reflect a little bit on that and just, I say, come back to challenging about how do we drive value. So what's included in the fee? Most of you will know we work, our industry works on a transaction fee, a booking fee type model. What's in that booking fee? Because your user might be saying, oh, we're paying an extra £10 to get this booking made when I could have done it myself. So I talk a lot about that total cost of travel, and actually this is your total cost of travel, which only includes the direct costs, your fares, your accommodation. It doesn't include your indirect costs, the possibly high level of costs associated to processing invoices and expense management in your back office. But of your total cost of travel, the booking fees that your TMC will charge, and it's not exclusive to diversity, this isn't a diversity pitch, it represents a very, very small percentage of that. Would anyone like to guess what that percentage is?
2.
Brilliant, we got there. And that is what you see as the cost you're doing, whilst we generate incomes from other sources, our technology providers, with the airline suppliers. We do all of that, still try and present you the best fare available on the day. We put price match promises behind that. But the cost that you as an institution bear is roughly 2% of your travel management costs. In that 2%, you are getting online agent support where you need it. You are getting specialist fares, which then leads you to allow to have improved terms, improved cost savings on baggage and stuff like that. You're getting your own booking tools, not just a booking tool that just you press and book, but one that has to be complicated enough to include your approval processes, your policy management. It includes your data management in the back end for profiles, frequent flyers, policy and approval management we talked about, on-site training, account management. The account manager is coming in, examining your program, looking at consultative advice and insight through having that consolidated data on you. They can now bring that to life for you as an institution and evolve your program over the life of the contract. All of that is still within that 2%. 24-hour emergency support, duty of care provision. We provide a set of tools, all within the 2%, which allow you to do traveller tracking. And of course you do get a credit account as well. My bigger point though, is we're trying to target 20%. Yeah? Depending where you are in your program, we set off as a team to say, how can we attack your total direct cost and indirect cost? How do we change, really impact? If you're spending £1 million, how do we try and target towards 200,000? Not do we shave 10% off the 2%? How do we do that? If we can get your spend on contract, so therefore there is visibility, then we can drive that visibility through an account management team to make recommendations. We can improve policy awareness and compliance. I mentioned the specialist fairs earlier, the academic fairs that we hold. Because they're flexible, you can book in advance. Booking in advance as a behaviour will drive lower fare costs. It comes with reduced baggage, cancellation, change fees. We look at these stats and say, well, look, if we can move this from A to B, you're going to be taking out on average X thousand from your travel programme each year. Smarter itineraries, where agents can help with complex bookings so that you're getting much reduced costs. Benchmarking, so the account management team can come in and say, well, look, here's the average for a set of universities that we serve, here's where you are. Because then we're saying, well, let's sit down and drive a programme that puts in some real goals against those, and we'll see if we can dial up the amount of people, the amount of online rail, as an example, or the worst culprits. Well, it's actually this collective group of particular bookers. Right, well, we'll work with them to understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, and how do we move them off of that behaviour. Air and rail deals and hotel programs, we can include those. If we now know how many hotel nights you're putting in certain places, can we create a deal for you? If you already have a deal, can we put that on your online booking tool so you now see that? Really big one is streamlining the payment and the booking process. I mean, a recent one we did, taking a finance team from dealing with 3,000 transactions manually to one consolidated invoice. That just takes out a whole load of admin expense. And reducing your insurance fees. If you can show them what you're doing in terms of high-risk travel, you can drive down your insurance costs.